We have one beer that we were able to obtain from a very nice neighbor who traveled these back several hundred miles. This is the Firewalker Easy Jack IPA. This I have seen many times on the top 20 list of beers that you must try if you can find them. I have never seen it where we live on the East Coast ever to even remotely purchase one. And this is the only one that I can find and hold in my hand. So I'm looking very much forward to this. This will probably be an extremely long beer review, by the way. Try to make them quick, but this will probably be pretty long. So Easy Jack. So Brewmaster Matt Brynildson went to the mountain and returned with a vision of a different kind of Session IPA, the one that would be brewed with dry hop, globetrotting sessions, and new varieties of Europe, New Zealand, and North American hops. He foresaw a beer that would be delivering a massive hop aroma with a signature malt in an empty glass before you knew it even hit you. Perfect. I like that. And the newest member of our Jack IPA family was born. It says, remember, we watch the bottled on dates, look on the neck or the bottom left corner of each label of our beers, located right here. Here's one. And make sure it is stored below 44 degrees Fahrenheit with minimum light and drink within 120 days of the bottled on date to ensure the freshness and ultimately a great Firestone Walker beer. So this is classified as a Session IPA. It's 4.5 ABVs, which is right along what Sessions beer should be. Let's see what else we got. A lot of malts. American pale malts, Munich malts, malted wheat, English caramel 35s, caramel pills, and rolled oats. That's a ton. But what's interesting about this beer, very interesting about this beer, is the hops. They are not your traditional hops. It's not Simcoe, it's not Cascade, it's not Citra, it's Bavarian Mandarin, I've never heard of, Haltera Melon, I've never heard of them, and a blend of New Zealand and American Mosaic. Hence, we're not telling you what we put in this thing. It scores very well. I cheated because I've never had it before. I wanted to kind of see what everybody else thought. From a Session IPA perspective, it does rate very well. It's got a really cool label with some hops with a really orange background. And underneath it says Lions, Bears, and Beers, which is actually pretty cool. I'm guessing hence the Firestone bear on some of their logos. So very cool label, and you can see the bear right here. Actually, that's the lion, excuse me, and that's the bear. So this is the only one I have. Cheers. Let's check this out. I have very high expectations for the list that this thing has been granted to be upon. So kind of a light golden color, lots of carbonation, lots of Session beers are like this. It's a white frothy foamy head with tons of bubbles in it. Low ABVs, 4.5%. That's what Session beers do. Usually it's a very extremely clear or very, very white, clear foamy head. That's exactly what this is. Most Session beers definitely have a little bit more of what I call the effervescence to it. So that's where the carbonation comes into it. Let's smell it. Ooh, smells very hoppy. Very fresh hoppy. Definitely has kind of what I call a German tinge to it. Lots of oranges and grapefruits and tangerines. It's very kind of citrus, but very, very sweet on the citrus side. It smells really, really good. As it should. Session beer should have lots of, like I said, lots of carbonation, lots of what I call the zest to it, but it also should have that real fruitiness to it that the summer really brings out, especially beers that you drink in the heat. So, yeah, the aroma's pretty banging. All right, here we go. Cheers. That's pretty good. It's very dry. It finishes extremely quick and smooth. It leaves just a very, 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 very subtle hop aroma, but it's got this nice kind of subtle, kind of sweet tanginess to it. That's good. That's real good. The carbonation in the head are not dissipating, which isn't a bad thing. But I think if I let this thing sit for 5 minutes, it would kind of simmer down a little bit. And I've been storing this for over a month, so that might have a little bit to do with it. Give it the benefit of the doubt, but it finishes very, very, very smooth, and it's quick. So I could see in the summertime and heat, you know, it's you don't want a lot of stickiness. You don't want too much viscosity to the beer, and this definitely does not have that. But it's pretty darn good. For session beers, I have no idea what it costs, but man, it's pretty delicious. Yeah, it's good. This is so interesting about this. To me, tastes like a lot like Penner with the Oscar Blues. So it's kind of got that real fruitiness, the grapefruits, the oranges, and the lemons, and it's got this kind of, but it dissipates extremely quickly. And I think in the summer heat and in the summertime, that's what you want. Now, I don't think this would be that good if I tried it in November, but it's August, so it's pretty darn good. I would give this, I almost want to give it a 5. We rate our beers from 1 to 5, but I would give this at least a 4.5. This is really good. I see why people rank this very high. It's very easy to drink, and for us, we can't find it, but I see why people like this. It dissipates very quickly. It's got a phenomenal hop and citrus flavor to it. So let us know what you think. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate that. Like our video if you like it. And as always, we appreciate your comments, not only on our YouTube channel, on our website, microbeerreviews.com, or on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We upload all the time. We do appreciate you watching, and we will see you again real soon.